I waited 2 years for this AI pendant and it might be the biggest tech disappointment of my life. Look, I'm not usually the guy who pre-orders tech, but this thing, I threw my money at it the second that I saw it, and now, 3 weeks later, I'm ready to throw it in the trash. So this is my honest review of the Limitless Pendant. I gotta tell you the story of how it got here, because the gap between what they promised on the one hand and what I actually got is kinda wild. Okay, so picture this. 2 years ago, I'm scrolling and I see this company Rewind AI talking about this pendant that they're gonna release. The idea was simple, but incredible. You have this AI companion that's transcribing everything around you, helping you with your day. And as someone who is doing like 100 things at once, I'm a DJ, I'm a music producer, I have to make content, I do events, my mind is constantly all over the place. Sometimes I'm thinking about a new idea while someone's actually talking to me. It's not impersonal, but that's just how my creative brain works, you know? So having a pendant that's recording everything that I could review later, that sounded like the best thing ever. And they were promising this for $100. $100 with no subscription. And I clearly remember that they said there would be no subscription. So that was like, wow, that is so much value for so little money. I waited some months and then they were gonna increase the price, so I hit buy on the pre-order. This was gonna be my sidekick, my personal assistant that remembers everything about me. But then the waiting started, and slowly but surely things began to change. First red flag, they completely rebranded. Rewind Pendant became Limitless Pendant, and they didn't even announce it properly or emailed about it. I literally thought that the project was cancelled for a while. Then, somewhere along the way, that $100 with no subscription, yeah, that became $400 per year. $400 per year for a transcription device. But I already waited this long, you know, so I was still hoping they would deliver on the original promise. So then this finally arrived, day one. I was so hyped. I put this thing on, I wore it all day. I'm thinking like, finally, my AI sidekick is here. At the end of the day, I'm like, hey, can you tell me about my day? It says it doesn't have any lock. And I was like, wait, what? But I thought, okay, maybe it needs to learn, maybe it needs time to get better, you know, like probably still the early days. But then slowly but surely I started realizing this thing is not working like I expected. 3 weeks later, it still doesn't know my name most of the time, even though I put it in the app. Sometimes it actually helps me refresh conversations, especially after I've been smoking weed, but other times it's telling me about conversations that really never happened with people that I've never met. It's just making stuff up. The concept, really good. When it works, getting content ideas but just by asking about my day could be game-changing. I make authentic content, not fluffy, so having real conversations and moments to draw from, that's exactly what I need. But then I realized, wait, the audio quality is terrible. It picks up maybe 40 or 50% of what I say and almost nothing from other people. And I had this idea to use it like Fred again, what he does with the music, where he records snippets of his friends and family saying stuff that I could then infuse in my songs in my own way. But the recordings are absolute trash. It's absolutely unusable in video or music for sure, unless you heavily AI edit it first. Sometimes it just gets stuck on one word, like hey, 100 times, and then my transcript is full of that. Then at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you constantly repeated this sentence, but then didn't continue the conversation. I was like, what the fuck? That didn't even happen. They need an on and off button, because right now it's transcribing every noise around me and even noises that weren't around me, which eats up my word limit. It's like they didn't think about the resource management, or they just want to take as much words as they can. Oh, and when I listen to music, it takes the song lyrics and then I think and thinks that I said them. Then it's like, you repeated this negative statement a lot. You might need to seek mental help with it. Dude, this was a song. It was song lyrics. It's supposed to be like that. But okay, let's talk about the money then, because this is where I really started getting frustrated. I paid $100 for the pre-order plus shipping to Thailand. That was supposed to be it. No subscription free forever. After 3 weeks of daily use, I hit my word limit. Now they want $400 per year for me to keep using it unlimited. Or a monthly subscription that's even more expensive. And that's the thing that I realized. It feels like I'm paying like premium prices, or they're charging premium prices for something that's clearly a beta product. The transcription needs works, there's no on and off buttons, basic features are missing. If this was marketed as early access beta for $100 plus $400 a year, I might feel differently, but that's not what they promised when I pre-ordered 2 years ago. And there's another thing, the application is very, very basic. You can get your transcriptions in there, and then when you talk with them with their integrated LLM, which I think is based on ChatGPT, it's impossible to export it automatically to your own ChatGPT or to my notes or Notion. The only way that you can get your day log is by manually exporting them day by day. Then you get like this link, and then if you open that in your browser on the computer, then you can manually copy all the text from that page, and then you have one day. You can copy it to your notes or your LLM or whatever, and then you have to do it for all the days of the month. So if you want to do a full month of transcription, you literally need like 30 manual exports. Or maybe there's a different way, but there has not been a clear way for me to find it, and they just didn't explain it very well. What can you do with this thing if it's not connected to your knowledge database or like to some other knowledge about me? I thought I could connect this to Notion or to Zapier to make automations, you know, from transcription to content ID or whatever. Like if I press the button on this thing, that I can just automatically send content, send my content or this conversation to some LLM or to Trello or to whatever software, you know. It could actually take that data and get it into a script or something like that, but none of that is possible. You just have like a basic conversation about your day or your days. Often it just doesn't work. Often it just doesn't like even take in the voice that has been said. Like I press the button and I start saying like my to-do list for the day. And like I started because it's so important, and I talked for like 15 minutes straight. I go into my application, it's just not there. That is just like, wow, you're making an AI assistant and it's dumb as fuck. Really, it's really dumb as fuck. This product has had a lot of potential, but for me, it's a huge, huge disappointment. I will not be paying for the subscription. I will wait, and I hope that they update their model to have a free tier that supports more words and that actually transcribes properly. I hope maybe that they open up the system because it's completely closed off, which makes the thing kind of useless or very unhandy to use. Look, I still believe in wearable AI. The technology has huge potential. And honestly, I think if they fix the transcription quality, this could actually work. But right now, if you're seeing those videos getting hyped about this thing, maybe pump the brakes a little. Wait for version 2.0 or at least a significant software update, because I'm disappointed and I won't be using it until there's an update that fixes all of these things. If anyone has any recommendations for similar AI devices that do deliver on this promise, or maybe Otter is gonna release one, or OpenAI, please drop them in the comments. I've never made a review video like this, but the disappointment for this product was so huge, and then I saw so many people hyping it up, I just had to speak up. I'm thinking those videos are paid. It's not possible that they're not paid, because it's really not that good of a product right now. I'm actually gonna try again next month when my word limit resets. Maybe I'll find some use cases that I missed. And I'm definitely staying tuned for what other companies like OpenAI, Google, Apple might do in the future. But for now, I'm sticking with Otter on my phone. It works, and sometimes that's all you need. What do you guys think? Are you excited about wearable AI, or does this whole thing kind of feel too early? Let me know in the comments. Have a great day.